Chapter 10 is all about the independence principle. This is the core argument of this book. This is why I wrote this. If there's one chapter that captures the central argument of Start at Zero, it's this chapter. The independence principle isn't just a nice to have. It's the structural condition that makes everything else in this book work. If your advisor has a financial relationship with the vendors competing for your business, you don't have an advisor. You have another salesperson. And so why is independence so rare? Here's the economics. Vendor partnerships are extremely lucrative. Implementation partnerships, referral fees, co-selling arrangements, these revenue streams dwarf advisory fees. The economic incentives in consulting push firms towards vendor alignment. The largest consulting firms have deep implementation partnerships with major ERP vendors. They can't provide unbiased vendor evaluation when their revenue depends on specific vendor outcomes. And then there's the cultural challenge. Government procurement culture often defaults to big firm equals safe choice. But the conflicts that are embedded in large firms' business models make them the risky choice for independent advisory. So how do you evaluate independence when everyone's saying that they're independent, they don't have alliances? You need to follow the money. Ask directly about vendor partnerships, referral fees, implementation revenue, co-selling arrangements. Genuine independence means none of these exist. That your advisor does not make any money by selling any product or referring anybody. You need to ask about past work. Has the firm recommended against a major vendor in the last 2 years? And if they always recommend the same vendors, their independence is questionable. You need to also check the structure. Is the firm's advisory practice a standalone business, or is it a door opener for implementation services? The business model tells you everything about incentive alignment. There's another way to test the relationship. How does the firm respond when you suggest independent verification of their recommendations? Genuine advisors welcome it. Conflicted ones resist it. So the first few actions to take: request formal disclosure of every vendor relationship from every advisory firm involved in your project. Then you compare advisory recommendations against the advisor's known vendor partnerships. And lastly, establish independence requirements for any future advisory engagements.